This is James with WSTrades.com. I want to provide an update here on ticker SPCE or Virgin Galactic. So they are up slightly on the day, 0.78%, up a couple pennies. They do have a flight today. I was looking at one of the news stories here. This is the first private space flight, and 3 passengers are heading to the edge of space today to experience weightlessness and take a look at the Earth from a unique vantage point. So the flight, which takes off from New Mexico, actually happening right now, probably it says the live stream begins at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So this is flight number 2. The first flight took members of the Italian Air Force and scientific community. That was back in June. So I actually held Virgin Galactic stock several times. I'm going to go to the weekly time frame here, and I actually caught one of these crazy explosions here. I bought at 17 and I sold it at I think 53, so I made like 200% gain there, and that was pretty sweet. And then when they dumped, I bought back in. I think I started around $17, and I was averaging down, and I think I got my average down price to like $6. And then when they came out and announced the most recent dilution is when I kind of got pissed off and dumped my shares. I was like, you got to be kidding me. They finally are getting flights in the air, and you're going to dilute the shareholders. Like, we know the tickets on these flights are not cheap. I want to say they're like 450 grand a pop. So yeah, it just kind of pissed me off, and I didn't have high hopes after seeing this thing ram up here to like $6, above $6, and then them to announce that dilution again. It just kind of pissed me off, and you can kind of see the earnings per share over the long haul. They do nothing but bleed money. Even now that the flights are in the air, hopefully this loss starts to shrink. Now that they're actually selling these flights, these seats on these flights, hopefully their earnings will kind of improve. But for me, I got kind of tired of holding it. And if you look at them here on the weekly and the daily time frame, to me, it looks like they're coming down to retest this $3 mark. And you can see several false breakouts here to the upside as I put key resistance level here, and they just kept ramming up, blasting above it, dumping, blasting above it, dumping, blasting above it, dumping. And they announced that $400 million offering. So yeah, for me, I'm not going to be holding these guys. I made some good profits on them in the past, but I just don't like them where they're at. Fundamentally and financially, they're still bleeding a ton of money. And I was looking in Yahoo Finance, the book value per share for the most recent quarter is $1.44. So they're trading about 100%, more than 100% above their book value per share. So yeah, I don't like it, and I'm kind of curious to see what happens here around the $3 mark. Once it bleeds to that level, if it does, are the buyers going to step in there? Is this thing going to go on another rip? But for me, I'm not going to be going long Virgin Galactic. I would like to see them turn around their earnings, maybe shrink that loss, and just have a little bit better financial performance, especially if they keep having these flights. I'd like to see that dilution stop as well. I mean, you're selling seats on these flights. They're super expensive. If I'm not mistaken, they're like 450 grand a seat. So they've kind of got that money coming in now. So I would like to see them stop diluting the shareholders, and maybe this thing can bounce again and start to head in the right direction, along with the earnings. I'd like to see the earnings, that loss shrink, and hopefully they can kind of move towards actually making money. So I'll continue to keep you updated here on ticker SPCE or Virgin Galactic. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.